Welcome back to our English class. Now we can see many pictures on this screen. Can you see? Yes, first picture we can see whisper. What is the meaning of whisper? One girl is telling to the another girl's ears very softly. That is called a whisper. Then you can see another picture. What is that? Snore. What is mean by snore? When we sleep, some of you may make the sound. Yes or no? That sound is called a snore. Then look at the next picture. What is that? Paws. The hands of that cat or tiger is called a paws. And their friend hands are having 5 fingers, but in their leg only 4 fingers. Then you can see in the next picture where stair, upstairs. What is that called? Upstairs. And you have another work. What is given? You have to draw the hands of the clock that you have learned in the maths and all, isn't it? Yes. So in the maths you know to draw the hands of that clock. So you have to draw there what is at what time you sleep and at what time you wake up. So first picture is for you have to show the time at what time you go to sleep. And the next picture you have to show the time that you wake up. Okay, will you do it? Now take the page number 44. So today we are going to learn about a fat cat. What is the name of the fat cat? Tubby. What is the name of the fat cat? Tubby. Okay. Here there is characters. First character is Tubby, fat cat. And Papa, Mama and the boy named Andy. What is the name of the boy? Andy. A-N-D-Y. Andy. Then there is one more character, grandfather. Okay, grandpa. So in this story, the Andy never sleep. He wants to play always. Do you like to sleep or do you want to play always? You like to play as well as you will go to sleep also, isn't it? Sleeping also is very important thing. Yes or no? If we are not sleeping means we cannot learn new things. We will be always tired. Okay, so we have to eat well, sleep well and play well. But here this Andy never sleep and he want to always play and play. So here we have to understand the importance of sleep. We have to sleep at least 8 hours. So shall we see what is the story? Okay, take the page number 44. Keep your finger under each line. I will explain to you in line by line. Andy was a 7-year-old boy. Andy is 7-year-old boy. How old are you? What he loves to do? What is this Andy loves to do? He loves to run and play always. He never ever wanted to go to bed. He never ever wanted to go to bed. He don't like to go to sleep. His father said it is important to sleep and rest. And what is his father said? His father said, yes, it is very important to sleep and take rest. We have to give rest. When we sleep, we are giving the rest for our eyes, brain, and for our whole body. Yes or no? So the father said that it is important to sleep and rest. His mother said, how will you get up in the time for school? If you are going to sleep so late, how can you get up in the morning? And how can you go to the school in time? So you should sleep well. So here you can see a picture. Father is telling, time to sleep, Andy. And mama is telling, it's bedtime. But what is this Andy is telling? 5 minutes more, please. Again he is asking, 5 minutes more, I want to play. So now look at the page number 45. One weekend, Andy and his parents went to visit grandpa. You can see in the picture. Andy's father, mother and grandpa. Did you see? Grandpa heard all about it and said, I think I have an idea. Tubby, my fat cat, can help. So grandpa said an idea about, for what? To make Andy to go to sleep early. Who can help? Grandpa has a cat. Grandpa have a cat. What is the name of that cat? Tubby. And what is his specialty? Yes, he is a fat cat. And you know that naturally this fat cat may sleep always and will have the food. That will be the habit of this cat. The next paragraph. Andy's parents took the cat home with them in their car. So as grandpa said that my Tubby, my fat cat can help this to solve this problem of this Andy. So what do this Andy's parents do? Andy's parents took the cat home with them in their car. Tubby was a slow fat cat. Tubby was very slow in going everywhere and he was so fat also. Fat means mota. Most of the time no one knew where he was. And most of the time we cannot find where he was because he will be sleeping anywhere without any disturbance, where the place is very safe for him to sleep. There he will be sleeping without any disturbance. That night at bedtime, Andy again did not want to go to bed. But that night also what happened? Andy did not even want to go to bed. He don't want to sleep and he continues playing. His parents waited to see if Tubby would go do something to make him go to bed. So his parents are waiting what will be the idea of the Tubby. So shall we watch and see? But what happened? Nothing happened. They did not even see Tubby. Grandpa said Tubby would help, said Andy's father. Andy's father said, Grandpa said that Tubby would help. Hours later, Andy finally decided to go to bed. After hours later, Andy finally decided to go to bed. Then what happened? Take the page number 46. Who is there? But what a surprise when he entered his bedroom. When he entered in the bedroom, you can see in the picture. Who is sleeping there? Yes, Tubby is sleeping there, snoring and sleeping. What is mean by snore? I told you in the beginning of the lesson, isn't it? Where is Tubby sleeping? On Andy's bed. Tubby was spread out his bed. Tubby, how is Tubby sleeping? He is sleeping on full his bed. There is no place to sleep for Andy. Full bed he has taken to sleep. Tubby was spread out on his bed means, what is the meaning of that? पूरा बेड में ऐसे सोते, उधर जगह नहीं एंडी को स्लीपिंग करने के लिए. He was snoring with a train, like a train's sound. He is snoring. That is, you know the sound of the train, no? If such a sound is here, means we can't sleep. In the same way, he is snoring a lot, very loudly and sleeping. And he tried to shift Tubby. And what is the how is Tubby? Tubby is so fat, isn't it? So, and he is trying to shift Tubby. Shift Tubby means to make a side, sleep on a side, and he is pushing, but not possible. But he could not move him. He is not at all moving a bit. Not even an inch. That night Andy hardly slept. So that night Andy did not even get a place to sleep on the bed, and did not even sleep. Hardly slept means did not even sleep. Tubby pushed him into one corner of the bed. What did the Tubby do? Tubby pushed him on the one of the corner of that bed. So एक ही corner में Andy somehow slept a little. No, did not even sleep very well. The next day the same thing happened. The next day also what happened? Before Andy is sleeping, who is slept on his bed? Tubby slept on his bed. Andy was tired and sleepy, but Tubby was in his bed when he went up. But that day, yesterday, the last day also, he did not even sleep. So Andy was very tired and he was getting so sleepy. And when he went to the bed, what happened? Tubby is sleeping there. That night also, he did not even get a place to sleep. Then on the third day, what happened? Andy decided to get into bed before Tubby. So third day, what did he do? Before Tubby is coming, who went? Andy went to sleep. You can see in the picture. Then Tubby is coming and looking at the Andy. Did you see? Tubby did that night as soon as his parents said, now it's bedtime. Andy ran upstairs and jumped into bed. The third day when the parents said it is time to bedtime, what did Andy do? Ran and went to the upstairs and he slept. His parents could not believe it, and his parents did not even believe that. They knew nothing about, and they did not even understand what has happened, what trick that Tubby used. Tubby sleeping in Andy's bed. So they did not understand why Andy went to bed on time. So they did not even understand why Andy went to the bed on the time, went to and the correct time when the parents said, obediently he went to sleep. So the parents were surprised. They were just happy that he did. So that the parents were very happy. When you are doing, when you are obeying your parents, they are very happy, isn't it? Yes, in the same way, when Andy obeyed their parent, when they said it is bedtime, on the spot he went to sleep. So they were very happy. Can you guess where Tubby slept that night? And you can see in the picture there is no place for Tubby to sleep. So can you guess where will be the place of this Tubby to sleep next? Okay, guess it. Did you understand this story? Is it clear to you? So shall we read it? Take the page number 44. Keep your finger under each line. Andy was a 7-year-old boy. He loved to run and play. He never ever wanted to go to bed. His father said, "It is important to sleep and rest." His mother said, "How will you get up in the time for school?" Then, page number 45. One weekend, Andy and his parents went to visit Grandpa. Grandpa heard all about it and said, "I think I have an idea. Tubby, my fat cat, can help." Andy's parents took the cat home in their car. Tubby was a slow, fat cat. Most of the time, no one knew where he was. That night, at bedtime, Andy again did not want to go to bed. His parents waited to see if Tubby would do something to make him go to bed. Nothing happened. Grandpa said Tubby would help, said Andy's father. Hours later, Andy finally decided to go to bed. Now take the page number 46. But what a surprise! When he entered his bedroom, Tubby was spread out on his bed. He was snoring like a train. Andy tried to shift Tubby, but he could not move him, not even an inch. That night, Andy hardly slept. Tubby pushed him into one corner of the bed. The next day, the same thing happened. Andy was tired and sleepy, but Tubby was in his bed when he went up. On the third day, Andy decided to get into bed before Tubby. Did. That night, as soon as his parents said, "Now it's time, now it's bedtime," Andy ran upstairs and jumped into bed. His parents could not believe it. They knew nothing about Tubby sleeping in Andy's bed, so they did not understand why Andy went to bed on time. They were just happy that he did. Can you guess where Tubby slept that night? So parents did not know that the Tubby was sleeping on Andy's bed, isn't it? So they did not even understand what is the reason of that Andy went to sleep on his incorrect time. Okay, is it clear to you? Okay, now okay children, so you should read this lesson 3 times and practice. Okay, thank you.